And here we are entering Okunoin, which is the final temple complex, where Kukeiko Budaishi is an eternal meditation, and this is the bridge leading to it, which is Unoishashi, which is the Bridge of Souls. So this is, we have to bow here to Kukeiko Budaishi, and then we enter this the sanctuary, the Bardo, the bridge to the spirit world here, which is a huge cemetery leading to the final temple complex. And the cemetery is, probably 1,200 years old, containing all famous shoguns, famous politicians and playwrights and poets and samurai and everyone else here. It's amazing, very special, including like popular people as well. So here's the little right up here. Ichi-no-hashi Bridge, first bridge of Okunoin, but it's also, like I call it, the Bridge of Souls here, which is beautiful. So we'll just find a spot to sit. You come here. To be very quiet, and technically, we stop filming this as well at a certain point. So, this is the perfect place to talk about our second last school here, Madhyamika Prasangika, which is the middle way consequentialist school. The higher Madhyamika school that we need to practice Tantra. So with Prasangika, starting, from taking our cues from the lower Tantrika Madhyamika school, where we find that conventionally, things exist as products of conception and words, but ultimately they don't. Here we're taking it a step further and even more subtle, which is like with dreams, we make distinctions between dream things not being real, whereas waking things being real. So distinction between waking time, dream time, dream time and waking time. We make that distinction on the Satrantika level between relative and ultimate, between dependent origination and emptiness. But let's get rid of even this distinction, which is a conceptual distinction, a distinction between real and unreal. Let's just really wipe that out and just see that both are this distinction itself is a product of words and concepts and judgments, right? Both are real and unreal, relative and virtual, so to speak, and empty. So we end up letting go of even all these sort of conceptual judgments, the autonomous syllogisms, the theory, the intellectualizing, the proving, the reasoned arguments here. Because in the end, everything is just nominally existent. Things are just imputed by the mind using words, thoughts, concepts. So now the mind can rest in total peace without conceptual fabrication, linguistic fictions, intellectual ramblings, and so forth. All our intellectual judgments fall away here, right? The dream monster doesn't need emptiness or these kinds of theories to remove a reality it never had in the first place, right? Dreams aren't real, and nothing else is as well. Okay, so ultimately, Satrantika is a final setup for this big middle way consequentialist breakthrough. All this serves as a way of cutting through an ordinary lived way of conceptual thinking, where we really take everything as being real and take everything for granted. So Prasangika is just like the razor that cuts through all of this, cuts through separating the two truths, relative and ultimate. Okay, so we get sort of into a lived experience of this rather than just an intellectual experience, and then we can see them as being one. Basically different names for one reality. Like even the names relative and ultimate are just names, right? Just nominally existent, just a function of grammar, right? So things are naturally empty. And we can see dreams being naturally without confusion, elaboration, or conceptual fabrication. We can just see them for what they are, see everything for what they are, right? So we are dreaming. Who is the dreamer, as we're always saying? We're in a dream, who is the dreamer? Cut through even this question. Let go of even this question, because in the end, even this doesn't matter. This is just more intellectualizing, right? More confusion. So at the end of the day, the bridge of souls here is what it is. We're entering this mandala of Okunoin and going to show you that there isn't a distinction between life or death, between waking and dreaming. Everything's sort of like a dream reality, a virtual reality, a creative, poetic reality. And we don't have to explain that. We don't have to justify it. We don't have to try and understand it. We just let it go. Allow words and thoughts just to create what they do, and for things just to be themselves. Absolutely pure, absolutely beautiful. And we can just finally see emptiness as, in the Gelugpa tradition, sort of a non-affirming negative, in the sense that we're not positing anything, we're letting go of everything. The suchness, letting things just be themselves. Letting dreams just be the beautiful dreams that they are.